How you doing? And thanks for watching. This is George at Wicked Warnings, your #1 source for construction and emergency safety and strobe lighting equipment for cars, vans, trucks, buses, SUVs, bicycles, tricycles. Nice 2019 Ford Super Duty F-250s, just like you're looking at right here. This particular truck had a standard set of incandescent headlights and taillights. Nothing wrong with those, just not LED. So what you're looking at on the amber reverse flash there in the reverse is our HAW Duo. Now that's a 2-set of light that you buy on our website at wickedwarnings.com, and you do need to drill a hole in the housing to mount that light. That gives you an amber flash. You can put in any color you like. For construction, we usually use amber. And you seal it up with RTV silicone. Above that, you can see our auto flasher kit used on the third brake light cargo light, the bed cargo light there, factory white LED light. Now when you use the auto flasher kit, you don't lose any factory function. That particular light, because it has the camera, you're able to split up and wig-wag, which is the alternation you're seeing up top there, if you like. You can flash that particular light two ways. You can alternate it, or you can flash it in sync, what's the word I'm looking for? You can flash it simultaneously. That's the word that was escaping me there. So you can alternate flash that light or flash it simultaneously when it has the camera. Those without the camera, I'm sorry, you cannot alternate it because it's a reduced voltage. So we go over all of that when you buy the kit. So whether you have the camera or not, you'll be able to flash that light two different ways. And there is also an alternate version if you like the simultaneous flash and you do not want the alternation that we're showing right here. You can do the third method where you can actually flash the white light on the tailgate as well. And you can see that in some of our other videos, and you'll get the instructions for that as well when you buy the kit. That particular cargo kit, you can do a lot of different things with it. So this customer, one of our favorite kind of customers, had watched all our videos and knew exactly what they wanted in every location. So we're doing exactly what he liked. He wanted the alternate white on the top, was very specific about splitting up and alternate flashing that cargo as well as down low. So that's exactly what he got. I'm not sure if I mentioned it already, but I do want to point out once again, with all of our auto flasher kits, you don't lose any factory function. As you can see, I've turned off the strobe switch, which, by the way, we're using auxiliary switch number 4 for. Pardon me. Sorry about that phone. So as you can see, the cargo light works normally, and you don't lose any factory function. Now, the strobing will always override the factory function because that's just more fun, and why not, right? So as you can see and as you can hear, the door is wide open, so the light should be on, but when we're in strobe mode, it's going to override. It's going to go into the flasher and then return back to normal operation when the switch is off. Alrighty, so let's talk about the front of the truck and what we're looking at right here. First, in the grill, brightest part of this package, you can actually see a tinted set of our Lin 6 Amber. They are tinted and they're still that bright, and when they're off, they pretty much disappear. The gray paint really helps that. I'll zoom in and show you some pictures at the end of the video. Above that, you can see we're using 3 more of our auto flasher kits. This was all specifically requested by that customer of ours. We split up the roof lights, which does involve a little bit more work. I want to tell you, you can do the roof lights 2 different ways, and the kit goes over both. The main roof wire runs up the passenger side of the truck, and then you can interrupt it right there in the passenger front A-pillar and flash all of the 5 lights on the roof in unison as one. We have a lot of fast flash patterns, and a lot of times that works just fine. Now, if you would want, you can also remove the center portion console right there above the rearview mirror and remove the visor retainers. Drop the front of the headliner down a little bit, remove the plastic, and you can split up and isolate lights number 2 and 4, which you can see how we did. We've isolated lights number 1, 3, and 5, separated from 2 and 4. It's very easy to do. It's a 2-channel flasher, so all we need to do is isolate them. There's instructions provided for both methods. So you can do the quicker install and just remove the passenger A-pillar and have all 5 flash in unison. Quick or slow, your choice. Or you can do a little bit more labor and split them as we're shown here. Now below, and of course, as I said, instructions are provided for both. And below that, we have our mirrors running with our auto flasher module. There's a kit for the amber lights, which every truck is equipped with, and another kit for the white lights, which not every truck has. So you do need to have those white mirror lights in order to do what we're doing here. And you can tell if you have them because there's a little square switch right above your headlight switch that says on, and that's your mirror spotlight. I'll show a picture at the end of the video of that as well. Now, if you're equipped, you can run a kit on both. The white mirrors are accessed quite easily underneath the steering wheel, and the amber mirrors are a little bit more difficult. They're actually in the harness on each kick panel on by the door. So you will be a little bit more involved to do the amber mirrors, but as I said, every truck is equipped with the amber mirrors no matter what. The amber strip lights are on every truck, but the white is not. Now, while we're talking about the flashing of the auto flasher module and the factory lights, specifically talking about the mirrors, there are kits available in different variations. We have a plug-and-play kit, which has connectors like this that will plug directly into the harness underneath the dashboard. So you can order it as a plug-and-play kit, and you can use your factory switches to control it. Or you could also order it as a wire-in kit, where you cut the wire, and that's our cheapest version, is the wire-in kit. And then that's what this truck is running right now, is a wire-in kit, because we wanted to control it with the auxiliary switches. So if you do have auxiliary switches and you want to use those to control all of your strobe lights, the plug-and-play kit that uses the factory switches isn't really the one you want. The one you want is the wire-in kit. And what we're going to be offering very soon is the adapters for the wire-in kit. So you can actually order the wire-in kit for the auxiliary switches and then just use these adapters underneath the dashboard. These will be on the website very soon as an additional purchase. Not everybody wants to pay for the plugs, so we're not going to make them required. If you're okay cutting a wire, which obviously is very easy to do, then you don't need to pay for the plug adapters. Now, if this truck had the factory LED headlights, you can see we're going to be offering those as well. The plug-and-play adapters for the headlights and the plug-and-play adapters as well for the tail lights. We're going to have those in stock. We're even making these adapters now for the GM vehicles as well. So if you don't want to cut your wire, you can still have this kind of effect. We just need to order the adapter, and you'll end up cutting the wire on the adapter. And then you can always remove it if you need. So we'll have these kits available in a bunch of different ways, trying to suit everybody's need. So let me know how that sounds to you. Drop a comment, and make sure you check the description for links to all of these particular products. And I'm going to show you some still pics now of what I said earlier. Alrighty, there you can see that Lin 6, how it tucks in right underneath the hood. That's a fairly easy mount. You do need to trim the top of the plastic just a little bit, and that's fairly easy. We go over that in a different video, but the Lin 6 or a Lin 8 or a TIR3 mounts very nice right there. That's a tinted Lin 6. You can also mount a razor there very easily. And as you can see, there's just that little bit of tint, especially on a gray truck, how much the lights kind of disappear when you back away from it. So this is particularly nice installation. I'm a big fan of running the Lin 6s up here, especially in a solid color as we did on this one. As I said earlier, these are your white mirror spotlights. Normally they do not work without the key on. We've of course had a modification done to that, which we have that included in our plug and play harness. And if you're interested in that harness, you can drop a comment or send an email to Wicked Warnings. We'll get you taken care of. But those are the switches. If you don't have those switches, then you do not have the white lights in your mirrors. You'll only have the amber lights in the mirrors. And then lastly, that's how we're running all this, is right here on the auxiliary switches. I gave the blue labels a try on this one. See something a little bit different. Just broke it up real easy, front and rear. Also made the modification underneath the hood with the fuse, so the switches will work with the key off, as you can see. So thanks again for watching Wicked Warnings. Appreciate you hanging with me. We're almost at the 9-minute mark, so if you're still watching, drop a comment and let me know. And we might randomly select one of your comments to send a swag pack to. If you're still listening now, drop a comment and you might be the lucky winner. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.